Good day, Lionel. This is your lesson review of your lesson that you took earlier with me today. So some of the things that we talked about, one of the big things that we really focused on in our session today was just kind of focusing on getting the shots back. And what I mean by that is we were starting to hit a few of our longer iron shots when we got to a 7-iron here. You can kind of see where they were going. Now this has the appearance of being a hosel shank, but actually when I slow it down for you, you'll notice that it's actually just catching off the toe. It's not really the hosel of the club that is causing this. You can see as it's coming into the ball, there it's kind of exposed, the toe is coming in, and it catches and opens up the blade and off it goes. So that's actually what is happening here. You're catching the toe of the blade of the club, and that's what's causing it to take off to the right. So what I had you do is I had you go more to the inside path. I noticed on this particular shot that it had a tendency to come more straight down at it. When it's coming straight down like that, typically we pull the arms in a little bit harder, and because of that, it catches the toe and it takes off. So I had you loop it again, just that Jim Furyk swing, and you started hitting it better almost immediately. Standing a little bit closer helped you, as you can see here. Now the club head is getting right into that spot it needs to. It's coming on dead center of the club face, and really kind of in a great spot. So I want you to keep doing this. This is kind of the important aspect. If that toe comes out again, or that appearance of a hosel shank, because you won't be able to tell. I had to slow it down in order to tell that it was actually a toe shot. It did look like a hosel shank to me, and it wasn't. So if that comes out again, you are going to have to either move closer to the ball or get it going more to the inside, because that is actually a toe shot and not a hosel shank. All right. Going into the longer irons, just be careful about where you're placing it in your stance. Sometimes it has a tendency to get a little bit far back in your stance, and that's really the only thing I can say about the 5-iron. You're able to hit it pretty darn solid here, and you're getting a decent distance, so I'm not too worried about it, Lionel. To be honest with you, it's in a good spot. You're hitting your irons in a really nice spot here too. We're on plane. I'm not too worried about it. Then finally, with the putter here. Now, the one thing I want you to note here, I'm going to play this in full speed because I want you to see exactly how quick your follow through is. You can see that when you get to the top of the backstroke, your follow through gets very fast, and that's the one thing I want you to be just a little careful of. When it gets a little bit too quick, it can sometimes stutter, and if it does have that stutter step, distance control is going to be very hard. But for the most part, your stroke's pretty good because there's no real wrist movement. There's nothing really happening on that regards. When we take a look at it here, you're not really doing anything poorly here. You're making a good solid stroke, and in a good solid way actually. I'm not really worried too much about it. Your putting stroke's quite good, and the way you were lined up is actually pretty darn solid too. I like when you were going through your entire routine there. I like that routine for you. It's in a really nice spot, and as far as your putting stroke here, it's solid. It's straight back, straight through, exactly what it needs to be for that putter. Okay, Lionel, if you have any questions, you can always reach me at my email address. That email address, again, is clavalley@golftown.com. And I thank you again for the lesson, and I hope you have a wonderful day today.